Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Loom and Neat, and I'm creating for you today a by proxy energy work session done in an ASMR style with a theme of anger. Yes, acute anger, as in if you're angry right now and you found this, we're going to work to soothe. One of our intentions is to soothe a present experience of anger. And in the bigger picture, for those of you who just know that you experience this sometimes in ways that is not most helpful to you or efficient, or even sometimes really damaging to ourselves, our relationships, our lines of communication, our behavior, and all the cause and effect kind of wrapped up into that. Kind of want to reach it at its core and empower our anger, because we shouldn't banish it. It's often part of the shadow for many of us, as in we deem it a negative quality and try to push it away or shame ourselves or whatever the case may be. Kind of a negative light exclusively upon anger, but anger can be a very empowering tool, trigger, experience, facet of ourselves that comes up when the time is right to empower us, so we can stand up for ourselves, or we can be like, I've had my limit, or cut the cord, draw a boundary, whatever, things, all kinds of things. So that's gonna be our theme. And as an Aries moon, yes, I'm like you, right? I'm paradoxical, I'm complicated. And I'm a Cancer, so yeah, I am a sweetie. But I'm an Aries moon with a Leo rising, and I also do deal with anger. Luckily, not in the past 3 years, maybe it's been, since my last bad anger kind of come up. Well, yeah, how about that? And the last time that it happened was when I had learned a little bit about it, understood it, held it, cradled it, accepted it, but also understood the power that it has. And the last time it came out for me was a time where I needed it, and it helped me to stand up for myself. So I really hope that, or my intention rather, is that whatever key or code that is for me to share it with you, not because I'm so much more experienced or anything like that, but just because these things I really believe happen. You have your experiences you've gone through, your keys you've collected, your level ups, or whatever you want to call it or kind of imagine it to be. And I think that we share them with one another. It's a vibe, So we're going to be doing cutting with a few different scissors, because I want to kind of address different areas with these different scissors. We have a couple tuning forks, Mars and Venus tuning forks, to help recalibrate a little. And we'll be doing a little bit of firework too, or playing with fire a little bit too. Don't worry, I won't be playing with fire, but the concept of it. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy. We do have a little sponsor portion here for you. Thank you so much for helping me to support myself and continue doing this work that I love, and care for my family. I'm a single household here, so thank you so much for the support of you and also the brands that choose to work with me. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you very soon, okay? Thank you so very much to Lumi for partnering with me on today's video. I'm super excited about this collaboration because I have been using Lumi for, since before I moved to Florida, so a good 3 years now. Back when I discovered Lumi, I remember seeing an ad how it was created by a doctor, and specifically like that the doctor or the person who created it was set out to create a deodorant that you could use anywhere. And that's what's so cool about Lumi. In the beginning, when I first started using it, you could only really get it in a cream sort of base. It could come in a tube that you squeezed, or a typical deodorant looking stick, but it was still a lotion, and it worked so well. I would just apply it to clean skin and it would work until the very next time that I had to take a shower. Like, I never had to reapply it, and I love the scents that they come in. And it's quite interesting that it is a whole body deodorant. Like, you can put this anywhere. So really, any of your stinky bits can benefit with some Lumi. It's aluminum free, skin safe, baking soda free. I use it for my son. He has very sensitive armpits and he never has a problem. I've worked through, I think, all of the scents at this point, and my favorite is always still the warm vanilla. You just kind of can't go wrong with that. And it's very subtle. It's not an overpowering smell. Lumi sent me some products, so I did get a silver spruce, I think was the name. It had a bit more of a masculine scent, so I did give that one to my boyfriend. And Lumi also now does have a solid bar. So before it was kind of just the lotions, and now they have a solid bar, which honestly I don't have a preference between the bar or the lotion style, as long as it works, right? Lumi has a starter pack bundle, which is a great deal for new customers. You get a full-size stick deodorant, a cream deodorant tube, and 2 free products. I received their whole body deodorant wipes, which are amazing. I've used these plenty of times. I honestly have them in every suitcase, in my beach bag, stuffed in a couple drawers in my bathroom. Like, when you get the Reiki sweats or you get the stress sweats, these things are so clutch. They also sent me the acidified body wash, which is pH optimized and eliminates odor reactions and promotes healthy skin. I've used this before. I think I got one that was like a sandalwood, if I'm not mistaken, like a sandalwood cedar smell. I've also used their lotion. They have an acidified lotion. I've run out of it since then, but I definitely used that and really liked it as well. And just for my followers, Lumi is giving you a total discount of almost 40% when you order at lumi.deals/loon and enter code LOONE, L-U-N-E, at checkout. Lumi is such a great product. It fights odor by killing the bacteria on the skin and blocks bacteria before odor begins. You get a full 72-hour coverage, which is clinically proven. You can use it anywhere and always feel fresh no matter what happens. Thank you so very much to Lumi for partnering with me on today's video. And thank you so much, viewers and subscribers. I love you so much. Couldn't do this without you. And now let's get into our session. How could I not bring this back? It sounds so lovely. From my friend Angela Mary Magic, who does have a channel. I'll link it below. I think I forgot to link it in the last video. We're gonna light our candle. Spice, incense, matches. Brand new pack. So, on behalf of the highest and greatest good and perfect comfort, perfect alignment, it's our intention to soothe any hot spots any burning, any kind of like hurting ourselves, anger that we might be experiencing right now, if that's a situation for you. We want to work with getting to the root of this anger, empowering this anger, appreciating it, because again, it is such a strength, or it can be such a strength. And work with it to understand it, appreciate it, and allow it to be expressed when the time is right, and to build supportive channels, thought patterns, thought lines, movements, tunnels, bridges to support not getting angry, because most of the time it's not really something to be angry about, not to get to that kind of exclamated point of now you're burning yourself, now you're hurting yourself, now you're stressing yourself out, now you're hurting your relationships, now you're not communicating, with a tact, or a intelligence, may I say, which is so hot and so sharp and so venomous, which, there are a few times where that's a good thing. But more often than not, if you deal with anger, you know that it hurts you more than anyone else. And it kind of has us say some messed up stuff sometimes. Or whatever. So, if you have your own intention related to this theme that you would like to set, please just have a look at this glow, this light, this fire burning bright, and send in your intention. Send it in, send it in. Okay. I'm actually going to begin with our tuning forks. I'm going to put my little mallet on the ground here because I don't have 3 arms, not yet. And we're using the Mars here, Mars, and Venus. Venus to temper Mars, Venus to kind of pull it in, balance it out a little bit, So, just gonna hit these and bring them up and moving through you. Again. If you feel any discomfort from this, it could just be a sign of things balancing. Tuning forks, singing bowls, sound tools in general. Really, I guess anything. Colors. If we feel discomfort, it can indicate that there's something there to kind of look into or work with. Sometimes push through. And more often than not, there's a big release. Now I'm going to switch the currents to get that binaural workings. to first kind of cut any emotional, because anger is an emotion, right? Any emotional cords that are from the environment that are, like more often than not causing anger for you. Maybe you get really mad every time you get stuck behind driving someone who's driving really slow. Or maybe you get really mad every time you see someone litter. Me too, a little bit, for sure. Or maybe you get really mad every time you see this on the news, or every time you hear this conversation, or every time, like, this is what I'm trying to say here. The things that might be affecting you might be affecting us all. I don't mean necessarily things that would like necessitate anger as this is actually going to help like fuel the cause. Like, this is going to help give me that energy to, do that thing. I'm talking about like the littler sensitivities that are triggering a big angry reaction in us, but that probably don't warrant that. So we really want to clear those sort of ingrained sensitivities. I hope I'm using my words appropriately here. I hope you can hear me with your heart. But we're focused in the environment regarding those emotional triggers, cords, and we're just going to work all around the auric field to cut these environmental pathways that just trigger us. Oh, my neighbor's dog barks and or when your own dog barks, for that matter, or when someone's late or whatever, that gets you going, that gets your anger wheels pumping. Sorry, I'm being a little playful, but I hope you can understand. So all around, we're going for these points. Just over the back of the head and the base of the neck. Down around the hips. Base of the spine. Under the feet. Okay. Just gonna do a little scan. Okay. we're going to use these scissors. I just love them. They're so cool. Can I wear them? No. But with these wing scissors, we're going to get a little deeper, just a little deeper into the communications between mind and body, kind of helping to soothe the physical and heal the physical reactions to anger, TMJ flare-ups, high blood pressure, ulcers. I'm sure there's many more nerve issues, problems with the liver, and of course, obviously this is holistic, so if you really are experiencing something physical, I would definitely encourage you to see your practitioner, your general practitioner, your doctor. But from a subtle sort of way, a holistic component, we're going to address these. The mind of the body, the communication lines of the body that have been impacted to cause inflammation, any tightness in chest or digestive issues, anything at all that the anger has sort of manifested in a physical form. For me, it's usually TMJ because I carry my feelings in my jaw. So let's banish these demons, banish, release these physical hang-ons, these physical manifestations of any hot spots, any burns, anything at all out of alignment. Okay, so we're getting a little closer now, and we're actually going to work up this time. So, up the legs, I'm going to go around the pelvic area just for good measure. Into the gut, the fiery gut, support the healing of any ulcers, any digestive issues, any acidic issues, any pH issues. Working up around the liver, gallbladder, pancreas. Hands on the liver area, channeling through, and just supporting the cleanse here, the release of anger stored in the liver space. Please be sure to drink some water if you feel this is like for you, this session. If you're really working with it purposefully. I mean, water's always good, but really make sure to drink a lot when you're cleansing. I'm going to go down the backs of the legs as well. Areas of like cellulite, because a lot of emotions can be trapped in cellulite that we all have, by the way. So we just want to cut these cords. I'm so sorry for bumping you. I'm just trying to get close. Around the stomach fat. the heart, any tightness, any rhythmic issues, any breathing issues. Focusing in the palm and the other. Okay. Now we're going to go by the jaw. Sorry, I don't know if I want to move on here. The teeth, the grinding, the clenching. I'm going to focus in the frowns, the faces we make. The like pulling down of the facial muscles. We want to release that impulse. The brow, the furrow. I think a lot of us would be surprised how often we're scowling. How often we're mad about things that don't really matter. Anger is powerful. I think we get a little addicted to it. Right, and then around the migraines. Okay. Finally, this is the last pair. My serpent scissors. These are actually my favorite. They sound really cute. So now we're going deeper. We're going into the consciousness, the subconscious. And we want to really address those gateways, those channels, those formed pathways that we so easily take to get angry. And also, I don't mean to freak anyone out, so if this is not for you, that's okay, just disregard, right? There's never any pressure here, never meaning to encroach. But, and not my last anger outburst, but before that, this is a little, maybe embarrassing, but more so than embarrassing, just like showing you how crazy I can be, or that I have been, you know. So there's one time that, I'm sorry, I'm like kind of tripping my words up a little here because I'm remembering two instances. So let's say the last 3 anger times. The last one was useful. The last one was divine in a sense. It was purposeful, you know. There was a reason for it, and I, for the first time, could appreciate and understand, because of the direct experience, how valuable anger can be at the right time, right? The 2 previous times of being angry. Trigger warning here, so forgive me, trigger warning, but my anger used to cause like my self-harm the most, I would say. And the thing that I would do, this is really embarrassing, the thing that I would do would be to like hit myself in the head. Like I'd be like, ah, like when I was mad or really frustrated, but we can call that angry. And I was doing that one time and I pulled a door to like hit myself in the head. So embarrassing. And the door was like solid AF and it gave me a concussion, and it was the thing that woke me up. And I was like, not like I passed out, but I mean it like woke me up like, what the frick am I doing? Like, why would this be good? Like, why is this useful? Like, I need to stop this like self-harm stuff that I do. Like, that could have been bad. So that was the I don't want to give you the finger. That was the previous time. And then a time after that I got really angry. I was like really trying not to hurt myself, and I was like, oh, you know, like clenching my jaw, and I didn't want to direct it to anyone because it wasn't anybody's fault, right? But I was just like really angry and frustrated about something. And I believe, and that's when I was saying, I don't, you know, if this isn't for you, that's okay, this story. But I had such an intense flare-up of TMJ like I never experienced before. It lasted months. I was going to the dentist to make sure, well, I thought I had a brain tumor, like all of that like stuff, because the pain was literally like moving around my face. Like every day I'd wake up, and even throughout the day, it would be in different parts of my head, even down my neck into my shoulders. Like TMJ is no joke, like a TMJ flare-up, right? So it took a long time for me to finally get rid of it. But when I did, and I'm sorry if you heard this story before, but I felt the pain leave from the very top of my head, move, and this was over like maybe an hour, move down my face, down into my neck, into my body, all the way down my entire body and out my feet. Hand to God, like that was what I experienced, like intense pain, but moving all the way down. And I really believe that there are lower energetic things that exist and share these same spaces that we do. And I really believe some kind of entity was attracted to me and kind of latched on. I know, but really attracted to me and latched on because of this anger. Like it was an entity connected to anger, and it went to that, just as I believe entities can be attracted to gambling or addictions or all kinds of stuff. And I believe there's good entities that are attracted to like joyous experiences too. So I'm not saying like everything out there is bad, but the way this thing exited my body, it was like, that's not normal. Like that is not normal. So all of that to say, forgive the complete overshare and embarrassing overshare here. I don't hit myself in the head anymore, but we're focusing to reach through into the consciousness, the subconscious, and shut any doorways that are sending out like messages of like, yeah, come and get me, I'm angry, come and get me. Anything that would attract a lower vibrational entity, we're going to clear. Forgive me, I know that is not for everyone. I'm very uncomfortable even talking about it on YouTube, like publicly. But that, and also for those of you who are like, yeah, miss me with that, not interested, girl, like I knew you were weird, but for if you're just not into that, we want to focus on clearing those pathways, releasing those pathways that are formed and that we keep going down that are related to anger that is not productive, not necessarily helpful in any way, like really don't need it, like not something to get angry about. so that we can stop letting this anger drain in a unsupported way. And when the time is right, use that anger to motivate you, to energize you, to give you that confidence to stand up for yourself, or to, instead of fight or flight, like fight, instead of flighting. I hope you could hear me with your heart here. I'm sorry for the message. I'm actually like sweating a bit now, like talking about that, but it is what it is. And I think that message is just meant to come out, and it's just my most authentic self here talking to you about my anger issues. Okay. So we're gonna focus in, focus in, focus in. Closing any doors that would attract any other lower vibrations. And by the way, forget entities, that can be just straight up people, that can be angry people in your life. Friends, colleagues, but also strangers that you encounter more in your day. How sovereign are we if someone driving slow ruins our freaking day? How independent are we if the news or something we witness can trigger us so much that now we're on a tangent and anyone around us is like, let's get out of here. So we're going to empower. We made all these clippings, all these cuttings. We're going to empower all the way through using this oil from Vala's Enchanted Perfumery. It's called Witch of the Woods. Smells really magical, as you can imagine. Okay, so first in the aura, just soothing, mending, and most importantly, channeling through to empower the auric field, your outer membrane, the energy space that engages with the world around you and your own energy, to empower and just let go of those sensitivities if they are not supporting you, if they are encroaching on your sovereignty, on your independent thought. We're going to go deeper to that body connection, empowering the body, the mind of the body, the storage in the body, whether that's the fat, the blood, the oxygen, the lymph, the organs, the bones, the digestive system, the reproductive system, the endocrine system, the organs, the channels of giving and receiving, the mind, all around the mind, the face, the jaw, the temples, the throat, your expression, your communication. Down into the heart, the lungs, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, kidneys, stomach, all the way through the intestine, what a lovely word, all through the digestive system, and this is the esophagus, the mouth, the throat, the tonsils, the teeth. Just channeling through to restore peace in this, in your circulation, in your heartbeat, in the rhythms, the hormones. Big breaths. Clear out the toxins. Okay, the eyes, how you perceive. Can we just laugh at stuff more? Can we just see the opportunity? Last night I really wanted to and should have filmed a video that I wanted to film. And there was fireworks going off like crazy. Like crazy. For Halloween, which is like, I've never heard of that before. And instead of getting mad, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna film tonight. I'm gonna take this time to go to bed early, and I'll get up tomorrow and I'll get my stuff done. Just channeling through that peace. Okay. So I have this wood. Get it? Witch of the Woods oil. I'm pretty sure this is juniper. It's very pale, so it makes me think. We're just gonna go through and hold reverence for the fire of anger within you. Because you could freaking punch a bear in the face. Not that I would ever want to hurt an animal. But I'm saying, like, if it was me and my kid and a bear was coming, that anger anger. It's not even anger, I guess. It's like it's connected though. To empower that. So get away from here, bear. I'll punch you. Watch out. You know, if something was a threat to you, I guess is the point. I love bears. But if there's a threat, or if there's some situation taking advantage of you, or someone you love or care about, or someone picking on the little guy, you know, the underdog, let's remember that there is kindling here within you. There is fuel. There is ignition. There is the fire of a dragon within you to direct when appropriate. And don't walk around with a chip on your shoulder. It's like, oh, you don't even know what I could do. Because I know people like that too, and it's kind of like, alright, whatever. Who knows? Maybe it's good for them. Who am I to judge, right? But I can't imagine that being comfortable. So we're just preparing as if we're clearing the ashes of the old anger issues. Clearing the hearth, the fireplace, and reminding you have kindling, you have gas, you have the match, you know, to light this fire when you need to. Using it divinely when called for. So pretty. We know you're powerful. We know how strong you are. We know how dangerous you are. We know you're not one to be messed with. But we also know you are cool. You are controlled in a sense, like you control yourself is what I mean by that. You are discerning. You are a responsible conduit of anger when need be. Not where it hurts you or others, but it holds righteousness. It defends righteousness or is moved by such. And we won't forget it, and we know you won't either. I hope you enjoyed our little session today. I want to thank you so very much for allowing me to share, allowing me to share a little piece of your path, and for being such a significant part of mine. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine in you, and to this powerful connection that we share. So very much love to you.